This video will be reaction and discussion of Ragnarok, episode 12. Final episode, final battle. End of the season. Let's hope there's going to be a season 2. The reaction will now commence. Okay, I assume humanity is gonna lose one more time though. Oh, he did it again. Okay. Arrogance indeed. Oh! Yep. Okay. Okay, he blocked this one. Oh right, because you can't react fast enough obviously. Whoa. What names? Ooh. How? Right. Oh, he's blocking it though. I mean, if he isn't, he wouldn't be alive, so yeah. Yep, after image. The end? Is Kojiro done? Yep. I didn't read the title, by the way, of this one. Is it as far as you can go? That would be insane if this is actually his first victory. That isn't the right thing to do though. You shouldn't be used to losing, you should be able to accept it and work for it. Right. Yep. All the swordsmen he has fought. Wow, even the kid. By the way, the kid is also shredded, which is insane. Jealousy! I have so much jealousy. Right. Oh, his true skill. Just once. Yep. Needs to win? Oh yes. Right. Right. Oh. Just touched it. Okay, a new technique. Okay, like the visuals. This is the final. Okay, everything looks cool. Whoa. Okay. Yep. Casually dodged. Is humanity gonna get his first victory? Wow. Right. And here's the culmination of it. Is he gonna win? Okay. Name of the move that I will not do. Oh. Oh, he swipes the trident in his hand. Sorry. Whatever I did, I did. Is it over? Oh. Whoa! Poseidon grabbed his other hand. Okay. Execution, 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 execution. Beheading, beheading, beheading. Come on. Oh. Up these to know. Oh, he's trying to do it with his. Wow. Come on. In pieces. Come on. Yeah, he will be the... Wow, the greatest loser is the one that gave humanity's first greatest victory. That's awesome. I love that. And... finish him. No mercy. Come on, it's unfair. The humans get to be destroyed, but the gods... Oh, who's the loser now? Wow. He's washed him into pieces. Okay. Okay, I think at this point, after one victory, and I feel like even the ones before it, kind of proved that humanity definitely has a chance here. Yep, Poseidon looked so cool too. Yep, bet it does. And the Valkyrie is also still alive. Right. Kojiro Sasaki. Yep. Poseidon, 13 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay, well that should change their perspective. Yep. The gods simply couldn't, what, even think anymore? I mean, I don't know why they're surprised. Close, but he still... obvious enough, Adam almost destroyed him. Yep. There we go. Destroy all the gods. Humanity doesn't need gods. I mean, I didn't predict it, to be honest. I was also certain he was gonna lose. I knew someone was gonna win eventually. Yep. And all of humanity. Wow. I think I said it already. I should mention it in the discussion. Right. Is this the end? Who's the next one? Oh, Odin. It is no longer a joke, is it? Yep. Oh. Oh. Right. Okay. Right. There we go. I love that. Well, one of the gods. True enough. True enough. True enough. Although I feel like this is... And it is no longer a joke. They got rid of one of the gods. It would have been so cool if Adam won as well. Okay. What? Ooh. Indeed. Wow. Yep. Right. Okay. Which Greek god? Adam messed you up. Oh, thank God. Whew. I was about to say. Is she going to be the next champion? Oh. Hermes. Hermes is interesting. He definitely has been pretty interesting the whole time. Fourth bout! And humanity now has a chance. And the gods recognize that. You know, humanity needs another win desperately in a row. And then they can lose. Right. Oh, changing the setting. Oh. This is the fight I know how it's gonna end. Oh yes. I will not spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched. Oh, this fight. London. I know the participants of this fight. Yep. Yep. Right. Why did they accept that? Did they want to... This guy. Jack, I assume. Okay, he has a cool entrance. Right. And he still fights for humanity. Yep. Yep. He was pretty cool though. Don't be ridiculous. Of course. Use the worst, just as you would use the best. Why is that dirty? The one aiming for revenge against his uncle, I assume. Oh yeah, Hercules. Wait, it's only half god? He's not a full god? Huh. Why is he fighting for Hercules? This is so cool, by the way. The whole animation, everything, the end looks super cool. Yep. Why is he fighting for them if he's also a champion of Earth? Wait, are we gonna see part of the fight? I'll be shocked. Yeah, it looks super cool too. The ending looks super well animated. I was kind of expecting this style of animation throughout the whole thing, but hey. There's discussion, I have some things to say about the anime as a whole. I'm prepared. I'm not seeing it, but I'm prepared. Right. Yep. At the hands of its creators. Right. Let's see. Thor seems like he's interested now. The animation looks awesome. Yep. Okay. Bye. There we go. And Ragnarok goes on. I'll be honest, I'm sad. This is incomplete, but it absolutely feels awesome. Because, yep, the animation at the end was very cool. And obviously enough, I don't think that the animation as a whole got what it deserved, considering I think this is an awesome concept, and I feel like it should have gotten the treatment of One Punch Man when it comes to animation. I know that's ridiculous, I know what I'm talking about, it's absolutely insane, it's never happening. I know. But hey, this is a fighting anime, so I wasn't expecting that, but I was really hoping for it. And there were some cool moments, and I did say that there are some still shots that look awesome. obviously enough, I really like the characters that they introduced, but I'm I'm shocked because in a way, I completely think that there isn't a story, but at the same time that there is a little tiny bit of a story that's brewing in the background and of everything that's happening. And let's first talk about the fight, which, yep, the humanity won. Humanity's first victory. Sasaki Kojiro, the greatest loser, the one who has never gotten a single victory in his life, got the first victory for humanity against the gods. And I love that. It is absolutely amazing. Yep, I really hate the fact that they never thought about it in a way when you think about it that way. It's a very poetic way to do it and it's awesome. Especially because the god who he is fighting is a god who considers himself a god among the gods. So yeah, and he feels himself better, so on and so forth. Doesn't actually trust. Not that he doesn't trust. He doesn't need friends. He obviously doesn't believe that he needs any help ever, and obviously he never trains or tries to become better. And his opponent was the opposite, someone who's the furthest away from perfection, unlike Poseidon, who considers himself to be at the peak of it. And yep, his opponent was able to defeat him with the help of the Valkyrie, that has two different personalities. And yeah, it was actually a very cool, wholesome moment that the Valkyrie was actually able to bring him out of the battle. It was very cool. I appreciate that. It was a small little thing, but it actually brings me hope that maybe if we get something other than fights, maybe it will be the heroes that actually win, and maybe how they talk with the Valkyries that survived because the heroes won. And maybe more of the things of Brunhilde actually talking to someone like Hermes. And I guess they. Yeah, that's another thing I need to talk about. But first, the way Kojiro finished off Poseidon was awesome. And I love the consequences of what he just did. It really was cool. Yep, Kojiro is an awesome character. I love the supporting cast he had behind him of all the swordsmen that have fought him before. It was great. And I love Poseidon's desperate attempts to defeat him while Kojiro slices him in, I think, four pieces, right? Well, technically maybe six if you want to count the arms as a separate thing, but yeah. He sliced him into bits, and that was glorious. It really was. Now, obviously enough, that kind of made the gods angry because this was a joke to them till this point, which to me sounded absolutely insane, considering that obviously enough, even Lu Bu, who technically speaking, he did the worst out of the three, but I still believe that he had a legitimate chance of winning. And in the end, I'm pretty positive that the Valkyrie broke first. So, yep, I am not exactly certain that if Lubu was actually given a better equipment, maybe he would have been able to win. And let's not talk about Adam. Adam, I'm pretty positive, would have crushed most gods. And also, obviously enough, I am quite certain that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know about humanity's champions. I still remember that Nikola Tesla is also one of the options, so can't wait to see his fight. That's going to be interesting. But yeah. Anyway. Excluding the future possibilities of what is gonna happen. Yep, the gods are finally taking things seriously. They realize that they can lose to humanity and be forced to go on ahead and let them exist for 1000 years. But yeah, I just love the little contrast. Not little, it was a great contrast between the reactions of the human, obviously the human race winning, and all the swordsmen, and also all just the crowd being so excited about Sasuke Kojiro going on ahead and pulling their first victory. And all the gods feeling absolutely not crushed. They feel annoyed, angry, furious, and realize that this is the first time that humanity has bested them, and it was glorious. And yeah, as I said, there was also the moment where the Valkyrie went ahead and helped Kojiro, which yeah, that was awesome. Really appreciate that. And I guess we're gonna see the Valkyries again, maybe. I assume we're gonna see them talk more, at least the victors. And I do hope that we also see Kojiro maybe commentating with everyone else. Now, here is a curious thing. If there is obviously they still haven't even finished this Ragnarok games, but I feel like the gods are petty and pathetic. Not, I mean, yeah, okay, I was about to say, uh, they're kind of petty and pathetic in a way. So I feel like if humanity wins and they're forced to live in for 100 more years, or rather 1,000 more years, they're just gonna start the Ragnarok games all over again. Which, yeah, talking about gods being angry and petty, clearly the Greek gods want revenge, so they're sending Hercules against Jack. Which, that's a curious thing, they did mention that. Actually, where is it? I want to see what was said exactly. I love the forms of the Greek gods being incredibly angry and everything. But where was it? It was said Hercules is a half god, obviously enough, but when he completed the 12 labors, he became half god, half man. Yep, they confirmed it. He's a half god. Which was the thing I was very curious about. So, half gods also must participate against humanity? Or can they fight against the gods? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Considering the Valkyries are fighting with humanity, I don't see a reason why even some gods, if they feel like it, maybe can become weapons or give their magical weapons to humans to fight against them. That is precisely the thing, though. I'm kinda confused because they mentioned it even during Hercules' announcement, which I guess they should, before talking about the yeah, let's just talk about the two competitors, and I'm just gonna talk about something else. But yeah, before he actually entered, or rather while he was entering, it was mentioned that he is a pinnacle of justice, so on and so forth. And if they're going with Hercules, not Heracles, I assume he will be a hero of humanity. So that's the question. Why is he fighting against them? Are they gonna give us a backstory or reason? And I love the contrast with the fact that Jack the Ripper is the savior of humanity now, instead of Hercules. So, yeah. Obviously enough, I don't understand why they allowed Jack to actually have home terrain advantage. Yeah. But let's talk about that actually. Clearly enough the Greek gods want revenge. Clearly enough they're petty. So why was Hermes there with Brunhilde discussing a way for the gods to get a handicap? Obviously enough giving Jack the streets of London as a terrain is an advantage, I assume, but how much of an advantage when his opponent can level buildings with a punch is the real question. And also, I am not well versed in Jack the Ripper, but pretty positive that in our actual history he wasn't an incredibly capable individual when it comes to actually fighting. I assume he's insanely smart, whatever he was. In this world, he is not only insanely smart and one of the biggest mysteries, as they said, but he's also capable of fighting a god, which means that he at least can match himself against people that can fight gods that are able to destroy just the universe. So, yep. I don't. We'll see. I'm just excited about that. With Hermes and everyone else giving an advantage to Brunhilde, and I guess mankind as a whole. Why? Do they just want to prove that humans are that pathetic and even if they're giving an advantage to them, they can crush them? Huh, that's the thing, because if humanity wins one more time, especially after the gods felt cocky enough to give them an advantage, and they are actually trying to take things seriously, that does change things, doesn't it? And talking about taking things seriously, obviously Zeus seemed pretty chill, although he does want revenge. And on the other hand, Thor seemed like he was contemplating something. Was he maybe considering to join humanity's side? That would be interesting to see some of the gods deciding to fight alongside the Valkyries and maybe giving their weapons to the humans. Although I'm pretty positive no one can wield Mjolnir except Thor. Then again, Dubu was able to go on ahead and withstand some of the attacks of Thor. So, yep, I don't know, maybe for all I know, there could be humans. I mean, there are humans that can rival creatures that are gods, so obviously, there are humans that can probably wield Mjolnir. Question is, what is Thor gonna do? I assume Hermes wasn't actually trying to be super sneaky and actually wants to betray the gods just for the fun of it. I truly think he does feel not betrayed, but he feels insulted that humanity was able to defeat a god, especially someone from the Greek pantheon. So, Yep, I don't understand their plan here. And I really don't understand what are the dirty tricks that Brunhilde was talking about. What exactly is she looking to do? And also, what weapon is Jack wielding? Is it another Valkyrie? Or is it another trick? And he was given a magical knife or something for all I know. Or a cane. I think he had a cane. But yeah, just quickly to mention though, character designs of both Jack and Hercules, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Loved it. They were cool. And their animation and the introduction, cool. That's one thing I think I've said enough. The fighting animation has its ups, but it also has its downs. On the other hand, when it comes to introductions, that's something I have to commend the anime. Every single introduction to each character, whether it being god or human, has been insanely memorable. And also, I can vividly remember every single god's personality and just human as well. Just what they stood for, how they lived their life, what they're doing now. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like this anime has a lot of potential. I'm not certain whether it's gonna get another season. I really hope it does. And I really hope it gets enough attention so that it can have a much better animation for the next one. Because even though I'm personally enjoying the story, and I'm actually very curious about things like, for example, Thor maybe going on ahead and working with the Valkyries, and I'm curious about the backstories of the humans and how they even develop, or maybe if there is another Ragnarok game, are we gonna see some of the humans we've seen now? Is there a way to maybe bring back some of the humans or the gods? I assume there isn't, but who knows? Yep, just I feel as if this is something that will not be as appreciated as I want it to be. But that's quite often the case. Still, this is a very simplistic anime with a very simplistic premise, but it is glorious, and that is all I want. It's glorious battles with glorious individuals, and yep, it's just presented gloriously. I don't really have much else to say. I really enjoyed this anime as a whole. So much so that I actually watched the whole thing in one day. Would love to talk more, but yeah, I don't feel my legs. I really should start moving a little bit. And I am just super excited about the future. Especially because I feel like when it comes to actual characters that I know, the next fight is sounding the most exciting so far. Although, oh, you know what? Something I can quickly mention. When it comes to my favorite battle, I'm gonna say that Zeus versus Adam was my favorite, but I really, really loved the other two as well. And as I said, I loved all the characters that were participating in each of the fights. And I would have loved if humanity could win every single one, but obviously enough, then we're not gonna have 13 fights. Which, curiously enough, if they continue on this, right? Wait a second. So 13, right? Obviously enough, we can have just 4 more seasons? No, not four. 3 more, right? I mean, I guess it will be technically 12 fights if we have a fight each season. So, yeah, I think maybe 3 seasons. No, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what's happening in the source material. I don't know whether there is a fight that ends in a second, whether there's a fight that actually spans over 70 chapters for all I know. But I said it. It really. This is just a glorious anime. And I'm excited about its future. Let's hope there is one. There's a video there. You can subscribe to my channel there. Hope you enjoy it as much as I did.